Welcome to Upside DIY. So this video is basically going to filter out into just moving on to something that's more reliable than some of the old electronics and stuff that I've been trying to fix. I'm actually trying to make like a pressure chamber, and I think like a drawer like this for the dental stuff. I'm trying to move on to the dental stuff. And just the box part, but I do have a smaller one that is actually at the very bottom right here, but it doesn't have the front side like the other one. So the other cabinet drawer was, but yeah, you could kind of figure out the rest. I've got a few boards right here. I got boards in places, so maybe I could just make one and glue it together, out of a lot of scrap pieces. Just kind of look for a bottom. And then I got other pieces, like rails for small platters that I kind of move around. Basically like a platter, something that is flat, and then just basically can just help protect surfaces. So like the big projects and stuff, it's not just I have to, but it's just like all this stuff is kind of in the way, and I still have a few other things like computer stuff that and aquariums. Yeah. And then there's just uh, so so I do kind of just basically know that I should be working on the dental pressure chamber and things like that. Having the main tools, I have like a bicycle stand that I need to build. Also, having the main builds, it's just yeah. So yeah, I've got some of the parts here and there, and I would actually, and then I've got to do some, I, just to let you guys know that my channel is still okay, with all the situations that I get into. It's just sometimes the day before, and then get some rest, and then just don't factor, things aren't factoring in. I should be painting this. I think I've gotten enough stuff out of the way to do just basically for some reason this really got stuck. To go over a few things and then just kind of finish this up. Making this video seemed kind of tough just because I just didn't have enough content or anything. So I just made up all types of stuff about my basic stuff that trying to find something that isn't going to self-destruct on me, and then now I'm kind of back to finish off something. So now, fresh new spray can. I could kind of have this painted up, put the other piece up there, and the thing is, having the flaps, most of the flaps closed off as much as possible, and also rotating the piece. And stuff is getting out of the box a little bit. So now I'm going to just basically spray paint it with the flashlight. I'm gonna probably try to go on this side. So just and then I, you know, so actually the formula is to go on the opposite side. So I gotta shift the piece and then probably go on. So I'm gonna slide this towards me a little bit this way, and try to do a. I want to try to do it all in one coat. So I just spray painted on two different sides, and then I just turned the whole box this way. Adjusted the flaps so that I could get good access, and at the moment it's really stuffy in there, so it's going. But and just kind of looking over a few things, it's going to need some touch-up paint, but not. Yeah. So I've got to get some really a good system, like opening the cans with a nail and kind of getting some coats. And I think it's going to just be spray painted. I could actually, I could actually go for the fourth side. It's just, when I was just on that side, I really got a spot there. I'm not 100% sure if there's going to be any spots on the other side, but mainly, yeah. But yeah, it's a lot different. It's a lot different when it's spray painted. I'm not going to say it's the best situation. Basically, so that making sure like a lot of this there's so this is ready to for touch up, I would say, just to keep things moving and finished up, I think. So so I could definitely have need some touch up, and a brush ready, and I think it's gonna turn out to be a decent paint. And it's kind of like it's kind of pretty exciting just because it's affordable. It might be a pretty good project for myself. So I could basically peel off as much as I could, and except that I still need to get the touch-up paint ready. And there are going to be, when assembling this, there are going to be places for taping like ribbons back and stuff. Basically taping ribbons, and then there's going to be double checking the screws to make sure they're not loose, and then but taking off most of this tape, and then YouTube. So I'm going to put this together. I'm going to put this away, and I've got a bunch of other things that I actually need to put on out there for now, just for my own if I could pretty much, like, I've got like just like a video game console, just have as many accessories and putting things together. So it's kind of a different perspective on what I'm kind of doing. Um, these are all like original cassettes, or just some really old school, like Janis Joplin's greatest hits. So, full cassettes of these older 70s and stuff like that. Um, and then I've got this box of just random blank, or they're not blank, but recorded on. But I'm going to try to, find out which ones I could record on and start harvesting basically, cassettes to make some more mixtapes. And kind of like over here, I've got some in like a box. Sometimes I put all the stuff that I recorded into one spot, and then sometimes I've got to re-listen to it just because I wasn't as organized, and probably like take and also with a pressure chamber, I've got all types of things that I'm actually like that are going to actually be a good thing to make, but it's just, so I got to get a bunch of these reels. It's just one thing at a time while I'm basically and erase the tape basically. I also want to make a cleaner tape by basically using the spool inside of the case. So I'm going to cut this out and then attach it to like a drill bit, and then hopefully that will wind up the tape, and then while it's winding I'll have access to pretty much clean this tape with like a soft Q-tip or something like that. So while so I'm going to be working on something like that uh, you know next. Wire or small motor. So I've got other RC motors that are actually just sitting around. This might be even like a good RC switch or something. There's a battery, so I could basically, but there are some motors and stuff from RCs that I'm not really. Oh, here's the motor right here. So I could actually use the motor and all this stuff that I don't have all the parts to, and some I do have all the parts and extra motors. So I could definitely stay busy taking whatever I can off of this and the motor, and basically trying to but I'm thinking more of like a drill bit, chuck and motor, but that's still more work, so I might have to modify and glue a few things, and basically keep reminding myself I should be working on something like that. But in the last the bicycles, skateboards, exploring stuff. So yeah, so I just, the exploring stuff, I don't really have really good routes. Don't have, that um to really go far or anything with exploring, but I just kind of like the hobby. So that's with pretty much the aquariums and pond or bicycles. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I don't that you guys don't really see too much. Razor scooter and bike parts, or even some of my other crafts that I'm working on, weatherproofing and some of the dental items I'm sorting out. Looking through here, and I think I have at least two more. I think that's like a gray, but I do have some more gloss. Other piece, and just check out some of the details and stuff before I spray paint, or maybe I could just swap this out. Pretty much do the same thing. Maybe, especially if